To get work as a commercial director, typically, and it's different in different parts of the world. So, like, different parts of the world have different ways about it, right? Like, so, for example, there's certain parts of the world where, and there's certain different tiers of jobs too, right? But in certain parts of the world, like production companies will go to like director agents and like get the agents to like submit directors that they represent to the company, and then that company will submit to agents. And in other parts of the world, it's like in Canada, for example, it's like you're repped by a production company, and that production company is who's engaged by the agency, and then they'll submit from their roster of directors who's available and they think would be a good fit, and then the advertising agency will shortlist the people they're interested in speaking to, and then those shortlisted directors will then speak with the agency, get briefed by them, and then they will then get the opportunity to pitch how they would do the commercial.
So what do you get to create a pitch? What's the document you get that you see, and then you create your pitch from that from the agency?
I mean, I mean, it's kind of different a lot of times, like, but it's typically like a creative briefing document, right? Like, so it'd
Hmm.
be some, like, back in the day, I've literally seen just like a Word document describing like what the idea is, or I've seen like, like I've also seen 30-page decks that are like crazy detail of like, this is like, and these are all documents they've used to like present to their client, right?
Hmm.
And I've also seen full-on animatics as well, right?
Oh
Where like
wow.
I didn't even get a script or anything. They literally would just send me like a QuickTime file, and it's like I get that animatic, and then I talk to them about it, and then like eventually I get the paperwork too. But it's been
Hmm.
across the board. But typically, it's like a briefing document.
Is there a script, or is it just what's in the briefing document? Is there actual dialogue and things like that?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, but like it depends on like how the person puts it together. But like often there's a description of the idea, the why of the idea, what they're going for with the idea, and then a script as well. And sometimes there's
Hmm.
storyboards with the scripts too. The better ones are the ones where you can tell like they've put a really big effort into making their idea as clear to interpret as possible for their client.
Hmm.
That's the goal with these, right? Because you know how it is. If you read literally just read a script, we all in our own minds visualize it in a different way and interpret it in a
Yeah.
different way. So the best documents that to convey an idea are ones that have like visuals to support them, right? Like
Hmm.
anything you can do to make it your idea more clear to someone else so they can interpret it the way you're trying to get it to come across, the better, whether that's through drawn storyboards, taking photos as reference, making photo boards out of them, or a reference
Well,
video.